There's a well-known fable from Aesop that most people know. It's called The Ant and the Grasshopper, and it basically goes like this. During the summer, an ant was carrying a crumb to its nest, and a grasshopper, who was nearby, saw the ant struggling with its load. And the grasshopper mocked the ant and said, "Hey, why don't you take a break? Why didn't you come and play with me for a bit?" And the ant replied, "No, I have to take this crumb home to my family. My children are waiting for me to feed them." And the grasshopper said, "You're such a slave driver. You don't even have time to enjoy the beautiful day. Come on, let's go play." But the ant just kept on going until it got home. And then later on in the story, when winter came around, the ant was happy because it had food stored up from the summer. It was able to survive. But the grasshopper, not having any foresight, starved during the winter. Now, there's a couple of lessons we can glean from this story. It talks about the importance of planning ahead, being prepared, being industrious. All those things are good lessons. But I want to talk about another lesson that I think is even more important than those. You see, in the story, the ant is working hard and it's busy, but it has this huge burden on its back, right? It's barely able to make it home with all this food that it's carrying. But when it sees the grasshopper, what does the ant do? Does the ant continue to work? Does the ant keep on going? No. The ant stops to chat. The ant stops to talk to the grasshopper, even though it has this huge burden on its back. I think we can learn from the ant here. We all have burdens we carry on our backs. Some of them are bigger than others. Sometimes those burdens feel like they're too big for us to handle, like they're too heavy. But sometimes we meet a grasshopper, so to speak, in our life. We meet someone who needs our help, or we run into some sort of distraction, or something comes up that pulls us away from our goals, pulls us away from what we need to be doing. And sometimes those distractions are fun. Sometimes they're enjoyable. We actually do enjoy talking to that grasshopper, playing with that grasshopper, but we can't afford to. We have to keep moving. We have to keep going. The ant knew where it needed to be. It knew it needed to get home as fast as possible, so it could feed its children. But it stopped. It stopped because someone else needed it. It stopped because it felt bad to keep going. But the ant, by stopping, didn't just delay its arrival home. It put itself in danger, put its children in danger. One of the most important skills I think we can develop is the ability to say no. The ant didn't have to say no to the grasshopper. It could have just kept on going and not even acknowledged the grasshopper. But instead, the ant felt bad saying no, and so it suffered the consequences. We can't help everyone. We can't do everything. And sometimes we have to say no. Sometimes we have to say no in order to get where we need to go, in order to accomplish what we need to accomplish. And saying no doesn't make us bad people. In fact, sometimes saying yes does. Saying no is an important skill. It's something we should all practice, something we should all be better at. So I think there is a lot of great lessons we can learn from the ant and the grasshopper. But this one, I think, is one of the most important. We can't always stop and help the grasshopper. Sometimes we have to keep going, no matter how much that burden weighs us down, no matter how much it hurts to keep going. We have to keep going. I hope you enjoyed this video.